Howdy folks, something kind of cool and exciting to the world of Rimfire. A new pistol. This is the Retay RXP 22. So we're going to unbox this real quick. I'm going to do a full range report on this coming up because I think this is a really cool pistol. But let's just check it out and see what we get in the box here. They put my pickup label right over this and it kind of stuck to it. But you do have a branded box. Just, cardboard box. Inside a cardboard box, a owner's manual here with some pictures. Looks to be fairly thorough, but there we go. We'll go ahead and yank that off of there. Magazine, 13 round, clear pistol. Now this is a double single action. Does have a manual safety. It is not a decocker, so you are going to have to kind of do the pinch method. You have to kind of do the pinch method if you want to, use it double action. Polymer frame, aluminum slide. It's got an alloy steel barrel. This is threaded, 1/2 x 28. You got a nice pick rail here. A little bit of texturing here. Nice beaver tail. You got blacked out rear sights and a front fiber optic. This is optics cut, which is pretty cool. It is optics cut for RMSC or RMR. We'll get to that in a second. We're going to set this aside here. So we get one mag. And we get a second mag. These are 13 round mags. There are 18 round mags available. Well, I say they're available, but I have not been able to find them as of yet. Mags are heavy. These are weighted mags, which we'll also get to in a second, but really seem pretty solid. You got a nice follower here to help you load that. So we get two of those 13 round mags. We get our obligatory cable lock. We do get a cleaning brush. Big warning right here in the box, do not dry fire the RXP 22, which I really don't suggest with any 22 unless the manual states otherwise. But that's what we get in there. Set that aside. Also in this bag, we get an optics mounting plate. Now this is going to be for optics not falling under the RMSC or RMR cut. So you can mount additional footprint optics to this. I'm just going to go ahead and go RMR on this. We also get a little wrench here. So this is pretty cool. The MSRP on these guys is $279.99, and this is coming in with a lot of features. This puts it in line with like the Taurus TX22 line and well below the FN 502, I think it's the 502, the 22, or the SIG P322. This is coming in well below that. Now, will it run as well as those? We shall find out. Serrations are nice. You got front and rear serrations. Pretty nice there. Like I said, the texturing on here is nice. It's front and back. Nothing on the sides, but fits the hand really comfortably. Got a little bit of a, swell there. It does have a little finger groove, but it's very subtle. Nice little undercut there. So this is a 4-inch barrel. These mags are pretty heavy. So when you insert these mags, it feels like a centerfire handgun, almost like a 9mm. Now the weight is in the rear, which is really nice. One downside I'll say is if you're going to put an optic on it, you're going to lose your rear sight. It's all attached. So once you remove that, you will no longer have a rear sight. I'm going to shoot this right off the bat just as it comes from the factory. And then I'm going to go ahead and put an RMR dot on here. I'm not going to war with this or anything, so we'll put an optic on here, and if the battery goes dead or whatever, it's not the end of the world. Nice that it has a little rail here. You want to put a light laser, whatever. Nice large trigger guard, so if you need to get in there with gloves. All right, so takedown on this, super easy. So you're going to rotate this takedown lever here, straight down, 90 degrees. You're going to remove it, just pull straight out, and you're going to pull your slide straight back. So this is a fixed barrel design, which should make it pretty accurate. You have a non-captured guide rod and spring here. Looks pretty good. Okay, so reassembly, you're just going to get your spring back in there. You pull that straight back. And then you're going to take your takedown lever. You're going to put it right back in. Function check. Okay, so we're good on that. All right, so we're going to compare the two here. The PSA Dagger, this firearm is clear, magazine is unloaded, coming in at 23.65 ounces, and that is with the red dot. The RXP 22, also clear magazine, unloaded, 2405. So these are really, really close. So this is going to mimic a centerfire handgun if you choose to train with something that shoots at, 6-7 cents a round as opposed to 9mm or whatever centerfire you're using. So really thinking ahead on that to mimic a centerfire firearm with the weight, roughly the same size, put an optic on it, roughly the same setup. Now you're not going to get the recoil, but you're also not going to pay 20 cents a round or whatever. You're going to pay 6 cents a round. Now the difference will be when you put 9mm rounds in this, it is going to get a little heavier. The weight of the ammo is going to add to it a little bit, but it's going to be off just not much, a couple of ounces it's going to be off. That's a really nice kind of feature to train with something like this that's equal size. And the fact that it has threaded barrel, optics ready, coming in at under $300. I paid well below that, to be honest. But coming in for that price, I think this is kind of a game changer if it runs reliably, and we're going to test that out. So I'm actually taking this out to the range tomorrow, and I'm going to run a bunch of different types of ammo through it, and we're going to see what it likes to eat. We're going to see how reliable it is. We're going to run it suppressed. We're going to run some high velocity, all different kinds of ammo through it. And I'll get back to you very, very soon with a range report on this. But super cool offering, and I just wanted to show this off real quick because this is new to market. I ordered this from a store I've never heard of, and they took over a month to ship it, which is my bad for not doing my research, but I won't be using them again. This has been out for maybe a month and a half. There's very few videos on this firearm, and shout out to Chris from the 740. If you haven't checked out his channel, he's got a great channel, a lot of good content over there. He's the one, he did a short on the Retay RXP 22, and that's how I learned about this. Without him doing that short, I would have never known this was coming out. I do believe this comes with a limited lifetime warranty. Also, they do make this in 10-round capacity. They make 10-round mags for this, so if you live in a less free state, they do have those available. You can order it in either or. You could also order the threaded barrel or non-threaded barrel, also if you live in a less free state. Really excited about shooting this, the RXP 22 from Retay. If you're not familiar with Retay, so this is Turkish made. They mostly make shotguns. I've have no experience with them, but they do have some really nice looking over-unders. And I've been curious about their shotguns actually for a while. A buddy of mine turned me onto them, but I had no idea they were going to release a 22 and a very feature-rich 22 for the money. So I will link my campsite page in the description below. All my affiliate links are there. Using any of those links costs you nothing extra. It does help the channel. I do appreciate it. I will see y'all next time I make a video. It'll be this video coming up. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all stay safe out there.